What's up, guys? Brian Burke, GoBeyondDating.com, out on my daily walk, and had some ideas for you. One thing I get asked a lot is, how to get into a social mood. A lot of guys who struggle with women, struggle to socialize, tend to be introverts, and the fact that you're an introvert doesn't mean that you can't connect with people, doesn't mean that you're even shy, doesn't mean that you're afraid of people. It doesn't mean that you're going to struggle with women. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. It just means that you tend to look at your thoughts first before you talk. Introvert meaning you look within first. However, in our society, being introverted, our society has a sort of a social norm where it's expected to be extroverted. So being an extrovert is sort of the status quo, being extroverted is seen as more normal, and you're supposed to be confident and talkative in social situations. But at least half the population is not. So at least half the population is not extroverted. They're introverted. And so growing up from an early age, you're told that, the way you are is not normal, it's not okay, and that you should be more talkative, etc. People might start calling you shy. I was always called shy when I was a kid. I wasn't shy. I wasn't afraid of people. I wasn't afraid of anything. I was just, how can I put it? Growing up, people would call me shy, and they would say things like, it's okay, you can talk to us, you don't have to be so shy, blah, blah. And I started to actually believe that I was afraid of people, but I wasn't. It was just that I was more interested in what was going on up here. Okay, so are you introverted or shy and struggle to open up and chat with new people? Does it take a while for you to... So if you're introverted and shy and it takes a while for you to open up and talk to new people, so are you introverted and shy and struggle to open up and chat with new people? Are you introverted and shy and struggle to meet new people? Are you introverted and shy and you struggle to meet and talk to new people? Does it take a while for you to warm up and get into a social mood? If so, this video is going to help you a ton. So our culture presents an extroverted norm, but at least half the people are. So our culture presents us with an extroverted norm, but at least half of all people are introverts. And the problem with this is it can create an illusory sense of illusory status quo, makes you uncomfortable with your natural personality and leaves you in the dark about how to socialize as an introvert. So, this illusory status quo can, Jesus fucking Christ. So this illusory status quo can leave you uncomfortable with your natural personality, and it can also lead to, and it also kind of leaves you in the dark in terms of how to socialize as an introvert. God damn it. What if I told you that being an introvert or being quiet in nature actually gives you a huge advantage when it comes to connecting with others, especially women if you're a man? But what if I told you that being an introvert actually gives you a huge advantage when it comes to socializing with people and connecting with women? But what if I told you that being an introvert actually gives you a big advantage when it comes to socializing and connecting with people, and especially connecting with women if you're a man? So I'm going to show you how to get into a social mood quickly, without gimmicks, without alcohol, and how to quickly connect with people even if you're quiet, introverted, or just not in a talkative mood. And I'm going to show you how to quickly connect with people even if you're not very talkative, you're an introvert, or you're just and I'm going to show you how to quickly connect with people, even if you're quiet, you're an introvert, or you're just not in a talkative mood at the moment. So first of all, we can think of culture as the box or the matrix of norms that you're born into. So we can think of culture as the aspect of society that comprises norms and expectations. So we can think of culture as the aspect of society that comprises social norms, social expectations, social mores. It's not social mores, social folkways. So you can think of culture. So we can think of culture as the aspect of society that comprises social norms, social folkways, social expectations. And you can think of it as the invisible box that you're born into, very much like the Matrix. In our culture, charming, interesting, confident, never awkward or uncomfortable. And in our culture, there's sort of this social expectation that you should be confident, interesting, charming, and never awkward. And not only is this unreasonable, but it actually exacerbates social anxiety and therefore awkward moments, because you're uncomfortable, because you feel nervous, because you're worried you're not going to meet these unreasonable expectations. And it's all based on a faulty premise. See, as a man, you're told that you must be all these things. You must be interesting and confident and charming and smooth. Otherwise, you're a failure. It's almost like you're expected to perform in social situations, and so it's a performance paradigm, and your performance is what makes you worthy of friendship, love, success, sex. And basically, I think one of the biggest factors in this, one of the biggest causes of this performance paradigm, one of the biggest sources of this performance paradigm, or at least one of the biggest agents that perpetuate it, is corporations that are trying to sell you things. Because what they'll do in the advertising is they'll give you this implicit message. They'll send you this implicit message with visuals, with the text, with the voiceover, that that by getting their product, it will complete you and make you all these things. That by getting their product, you will then become worthy of sex. And they do this in all sorts of ways. Car commercials, anything that's geared towards men. The razor commercials, Gillette, the ones with the 8 blades, and then the guy shaves and some hot girl comes up and touches his face. You see this everywhere. Beer commercials, any alcohol commercials is a big one. So cars, beers, alcohol, razors, but it's everything. Axe body spray, the body sprays, cologne. Anything that's geared towards men that can be tied into sexuality is going to try to make you feel insecure and try to make you feel like you're not charming or impressive enough, and that by getting that product, then you will be, and then finally you'll be worthy of sex, love, friendship, companionship, and of course even success. They tie it into rising up the corporate ladder, getting a job, all that kinds of stuff. So all the stuff that's important to us as men. So, the results of this performance paradigm are the ideas that a man must be attractive, or attract women with specific. So the results of this performance paradigm are that a man must be attractive, or attract women with specific behaviors, and then if you're not confident, or in other words, expecting a positive outcome. And then if you're not confident, which means, expecting a positive outcome from an action. And then if you're not, that you should not act, or that you need to convince a woman to use, or if you're not confident, meaning, you don't expect a positive outcome from a certain action, that you shouldn't act. And, or that you need to convince a woman to like you using seduction techniques. So think about how this performance paradigm affects your mindset and thus your behavior. And think about how this behavior is perceived by the women you just met or women you want to approach. So to the woman, it'll be obvious that you're stuck in your head, playing out this imaginary competition, performing your very limited interpretation of what confidence and alphaness and charm should actually look like. But you're essentially acting fake. In other words, deception. Jesus. And as I've said before many times, women are wired to sense deception. And like I've said before, women are wired to sense deception in a man right away. Just like you're looking for the physical traits that you like, a woman is looking for deception in a man. That's fucking wrong. Is looking for the presence of deception in your focus, and she's very good at it. So just like you're looking for certain physical traits in a woman, she's looking for the presence of deception. Just like you're looking for physical traits in a woman, she's looking for the presence of deception in your focus, and she's very, very good at it. And this is why women will say, nice line. Does that work on other girls when you try to approach them with a line? Or they give you shit, or, test you in other ways. It basically comes from her sensing a fake persona.